Welcome to Retail Brand Discovery, the podcast where we share conversations on exceptional brands and the creators who are bringing innovation to your stores. Join your host, Chris Stanton, as we embark on a journey to uncover the stories of these remarkable companies and their impact on the retail industry. And now here's your host, Chris Stanton.
Hello, it's Chris Stanton again, bringing you another episode of Retail Brand Discovery, where I meet interesting companies in the industry that are doing phenomenal things with brand innovation. And today, in our next series, is Caroline Goodner. Caroline is CEO and founder of Femiclear. And today we're going to talk about the products that she's bringing into retail. So, hi, Caroline.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. This is interesting. We're now into our 5th podcast so far, and we've gotten a lot of subscriptions and a lot of retailers taking advantage of it. And I'd like to point out that this is intended for retailers and a way to get beyond the data and all the statistics that people count on nowadays, because this is also a people business. And I think when we meet entrepreneurs like you, that it's really worthwhile learning a little bit about you. So if you would, give me a little bit of a background on Femiclear and Organic Care.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. It's wonderful for folks like us. So Organic Care is the company, and we've been around for 7 or so years. We have 2 brands. The brand that we first started with is Curoxin in the first aid and oral care space. But the brand we're really focused on now is Femiclear. And Femiclear started in 2019.
Okay.
And it really is an effort to bring more effective, but also only natural ingredient products to the market with proven efficacy. And proven efficacy through clinical studies, through lab testing. And we address really common problems like bacterial vaginosis, yeast infection, genital herpes, UTIs. And the hallmark of our company is that we really have the studies and the data to back up our efficacy claims.
And these are organic, they're natural, as you said. Plant-based is a word that's being used quite a bit.
Plant-based only, yes.
And I think women nowadays are looking for products that can have efficacy, but not all the chemicals. It's some things that might have been in the past.
Yeah. It's funny, like if you're looking at personal care or beauty products, people definitely want natural.
Right.
When it comes to solving a problem like an infection, you want it to work first,
right,
but you really want it to have natural ingredients if it can also be effective. And we deliver on both of those things.
So, I've known you now for, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yep.
And I remember you back from a couple other. Tell the audience where you were before this, because you're not someone that just mixed this up and brought it to market. You've been successful with quite a few other brands.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I've been doing this my whole career and love it. My first company was a DNA identification company, and I got a kick out of the fact that it still sits on drug shelves. And one of our first Femiclear products sat on shelf right next to our Identigene DNA paternity test kit.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of fun to see one, from way back when to now,
yep,
having 2 products on the shelf. So I did that, and then I did another company that catered to genetic researchers. And then my first foray into really consumer products in a real way was Upspring Baby, and so I ran that for 4 years.
Okay.
And they recently sold to Reckitt Benckiser and did a great job in the baby space.
You and I know Upspring, but what was Upspring as we see it on the shelves?
Yeah, really a products company for moms and babies. Again, what it was when I was there evolved, and it's become more supplements and things like that now. But really innovative products company.
So let's go back to Femiclear and your distribution. The caveat whenever we do these podcasts are that you have some level of distribution. You're not trying to get somebody to take your product, because right now you're already in, if I'm not mistaken, Walgreens, Walmart, and a few others.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we do. We have national distribution. Kind of our biggest seller is our bacterial vaginosis product, and it is full chain in Walmart and Walgreens and Rite Aid and some other, kind of more regional retailers. But we have a lot of other products as well, and some that support the BV, bacterial vaginosis condition.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that we're doing is we're expanding the offering for those consumers that have these particular conditions. So We start with the treatment product, but we want to give products that help people maintain and prevent getting as many infections as they do. The thing that's troubling about the conditions that we treat is that they do come back. They recur. So recurrent yeast infection, obviously genital herpes is a chronic condition. You never are cured of that. So you're just trying to manage the outbreaks or limit the number of infections or outbreaks that you get with any of these conditions. And that's what our products do.
And this is an off-the-wall question, but in terms of genital herpes, is that largely women, men? Who's the biggest consumer for that product?
It's a great question. It is both men and women, but it does impact women more. There's 1 in 5 women has it. 1 in about 9 men has it. And it could be that some of the men don't know they have it because their symptoms just show up a little bit differently because of anatomy.
And then with regard to the products, I see you have a wash, you have topicals, and do you also have ingestibles?
We do. We have supplements. So we have a probiotic that kind of helps keep the vaginal microbiome balanced. We have a drink mix supplement with lysine for people with herpes. And we have some new UTI supplements that we're just coming out with now.
I see. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I've learned in this business, especially in the vitamin supplement category, is what's in the product. Is it really in there? Are you just buying something that you can't trust? But you have all the clinical and everything to prove that what's in the product is actually there, and it's
yeah. We because we actually make our own topicals. We are a FDA registered and a drug manufacturer, and so we actually follow every rule that you have to follow as a drug manufacturer, which means you have to test to prove every single ingredient that's claimed to be in your product is in there before you sell a single unit. So we make sure that we do all of that kind of testing. And yeah, we wanted to know that these supplements are not just nice to have, that they really have some clinical backing to them. And so we purposefully selected the formulas based on clinical data.
I see. And as far as the retailer goes, what is it that you'd like them to know? What's going on? How are you promoting this product? What's your social media position? And what are you doing to get it off the shelf?
Yeah, I think we have a pretty robust digital marketing strategy, as well as an influencer strategy. We have 400,000 followers on TikTok. Oh, wow. We do a lot in those realms. I think the big thing is, as a younger brand, we're still just trying to get ourselves known and out there. And so, we're definitely measuring everything that we do to make sure we're getting a return. So we want to know that the marketing efforts we're making are working, and they are. And we try to do as much as we possibly can in the store. So with retailers, we kind of do try to max out what our marketing efforts are in partnership with the retailer.
Yeah, I was just in H-E-B recently, and I saw 2 of your products on there, and they certainly stand out. It's kind of the newer looking product than some of the old school stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
And are you tagging retailers on any of your social media?
Absolutely.
You are?
Yes, yes. With permission, we try to tag them as often as we can. And in fact, even from our website, we have functionality that allows, kind of that to be the first place we direct people to go is if you can get it in store, we want people to get it in store.
Well, I look forward to hearing more from you, and I'm sure the retailers will. I hope you'll all reach out to her. I hope you'll watch this podcast and like and subscribe and get in touch with Caroline. If they want to get in touch with you, how should they do that?
I would just say go to femiclear.com and ask for me, and
you'll answer.
Absolutely will. Yes.
And send out a sample if they request one?
For sure. Okay. As many samples as they'd like.
Well, this is being one of our 5 podcasts filmed so far. This is the first one in person. And the reason why it's in person is Caroline and I both live in Austin, Texas.
Great.
So I appreciate you coming on out to do this today, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
It's a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet.
You've been listening to Retail Brand Discovery with Chris Stanton, as he delivers insights on the innovative companies introducing their products to the retail marketplace. From the captivating stories of product creation to strategies for boosting sales, everything here is designed to move your products off the shelves and into the hands of consumers. Thanks for listening, and remember to like and subscribe to stay up to date with our future episodes.